Hello, my name is Aaron Espandola,
Hi, I'm Linda OJ.
and welcome to another episode of the Next Gen Business Podcast.
Let's go.
The Next Gen Business Podcast is produced by the Small Business Community Network. Visit them online at www.sbcncanada.org.
So, hi, Aaron. I've had a really busy day today. I don't know whether you can tell I'm losing my voice because I've been talking too much. So I should stop talking. How was your day?
My day's been pretty good. I think it's like 40 degrees outside today. So working landscaping and mowing lawns was really difficult. So I had a lot of water. Make sure that you guys drink your water when it's a hot day. But yeah, I totally can relate with the busy day today.
So, I think now that COVID is slowly, it hasn't gone away, but, we're getting a little bit better. Not just myself, but you and a lot of people are getting busier. So that's awesome. I was having a chat with someone recently, and they were interviewing some students who graduated from university. And they were asking for a certain salary. So I thought the topic today could be aligned with that in some way, in the sense that, do you think, Aaron, that because you're going to walk away with a degree, a college degree, a university degree, that you've got the experience in the workplace to start at the top, or should you work your way up and earn that salary? It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So I think for getting the job that you want, like a career, starting off at a really high wage, I think it would be a little difficult. So my expectations when I graduate is to not get paid like the starting wage for whatever career I want to get into. I'm taking right now, I remember I don't know if the viewers remember this, but I was telling you that I was doing job interviews, and the jobs are just a lot, like it's really difficult to get right now. There's a lot of competition, people coming in from like other countries and all that. So it's a little bit hard. So you kind of have to apply for jobs that maybe you're not that happy about doing. So for me, I'm expecting like pretty much minimum wage and then work my way up. That's how I think a lot of people maybe in my generation are feeling. Or did you hear something?
I'm going on basically, like I say, a conversation with one of my connections. I mentor, and obviously in different industries, I've actually printed some information off, but in different industries, you've got like, I don't know, the CEO, whatever, down the VP, the manager. So if you're going for a job, say, at a real estate, I don't know if that's a good one, or insurance company, and they've got those people with the really high wages, if you're asking for the same kind of salary as the VP, I don't think you got much chance. So what I did, I went through 2018. I'm going to read this out. This was 2018 and now we're in 2021. So then college-educated workers enjoyed substantial earnings at a premium. On an annual basis, a bachelor's degree holders earned about $32,000 more than those whose highest degree is a high school diploma. And there's a gap in 2018 between college and university students. And then I think this is the following year. Let me just look. I think this is the following year. It could be the same year, but graduate salary in Canada, the average graduate salary in Canada is $48,750 per year, or $25 an hour. And again, it depends what you're going to be doing. So entry-level positions start at $40,047 per year, while most experienced workers make up to $74,000 a year. But then if we go to you can have a high income in other work fields as well, especially after you gain experience. And that's the key, gaining the experience, and advance to managerial or administrative positions. This was 2021. And the good ones are, if you're interested to get one of these careers, Aaron, dentistry degrees, medicine, nursing, law degrees, engineering, computer science, that's a biggie, and business degrees. You're getting a business degree but have you got the experience? So this was 2019, they're out of order. Top 10 jobs, nurse practitioner. Guess how much in 2019 a nurse practitioner earned a year in Canada? And throw out any idea.
I want to say maybe 56.
Now, I thought that, but I'm not sure what a nurse practitioner is like, because there's all different levels of nurses. So 2019 in Canada, 104,000 a year. So I'm guessing that couldn't be a practitioner.
So they're getting taxed like 40%.
So does practitioner mean they're practicing being a nurse? I have no idea. But the other one, a dentist, guess how much a dentist got in 2019?
Is this from their income? Probably. I want to say maybe like now that I know what a practitioner makes, I'd probably say like 100 or 200,000.
No, it's lower than the nurse. It's 93,600. And again, this is 2019. So I'm not sure what a utilities manager is. Do you know what that is? They earn 114,000 a year.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so say you wanted to be a power systems electrician, 86,000 a year. And again, engineering is 106. One more. Scientific research manager, I don't know what that is, 102,000 a year. Public admin director, 110. And a construction manager, 83,000. So imagine you're going along for a job at a large organisation, and you kind of know what salary you're expecting because you've got your degree. Would you be one of those people, and go for it if you can get it, but would you be one of those that says, well, I've got a degree, I don't know anything, but I want the same salary as the CEO or something? Would you be one of those, or would you do your research and say, what would be a starting point for the kind of job you're looking for in business? What area you're going into in business? That's a good point.
Yeah, so to answer the first question, I probably would apply to a bunch of different jobs, like senior executives and stuff like that. I would probably do it just I don't know, like, why not?
But they're not applying for the senior executive's job. They want their salary. Imagine a pyramid. So we have the senior, the CEO, VP, whatever. So let's pretend it's you go along for, say, a business manager's job, but then there's a senior manager above you. So you want the job that you want, but you want the salary that the top guy's getting because you've got a degree? Is that normal?
Once you have, like, I know in some industries, having a master's degree, you're going to get paid more just for having it. So that's why sometimes it actually works against you in some companies, because they don't want to pay you that extra amount. So it kind of sucks in that situation. But yeah, I feel like I would expect to be paid more if I had more education, just because you went through the effort of getting the piece of paper that not a lot of people do. And then even if you do your master's, then you're doing another 2 years on top of that, and then your doctors and all that. So I feel like you should want to be paid more. I definitely would. But I also wouldn't be upset if I got paid the same, because I know I'd be able to work my way up and all that.
And this is it, you see. So the way I look at it, obviously I worked in an office years ago, completely different in England. The way I look at it, even if you've got a degree, it doesn't necessarily mean you can do the job without a lot of coaching and training. So basically, maybe the company pays for the training and the education part, and you have a lower salary, but they're paying for that. On the other hand, is this true? My daughter said it was. College students are more hand-on. University students are more, tell me what to do. Don't slap me. I mean, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you mean. In my situation, I always, all my university friends, they all study all the time, and they're always just studying, and I just never see them getting a job yet. But all my college friends, I know that they have jobs lined up pretty much waiting for them after. And I don't know if that helps answer it. I do see that sometimes people are kind of more book smart. So they're really good at doing a task at hand. But then when it comes to like networking and making sure that you're going to have a good job, you have to like learn how to talk to people. But some people are just not like, especially if you're in the science and stuff like that. Like you're probably not the best at talking to people, or an engineer. Like they're kind of a little bit quirky. So they tend to not be outgoing as much. So even though they have like this chance of making a lot of money and a lot of opportunity, they tend to kind of like stay in, like, not utilize that like their degree as much as it should be. Because I know I have engineering friends and they don't have jobs in their field yet, and they're a little bit quiet. So yeah. And business, and then sorry for business, all my friends in business, like because they're like people oriented, they all have jobs. Like they're real estate, they do finances, and like even myself, like I'm doing banking now. So
You got the job?
yeah, they contact me back being like, hey, we have a job opening in Guelph and we know that you're available. Like, would you still be available? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, can I do another interview? So this is like the third interview I went to. They really like me, so they're like, oh yeah, like come on board. And so now we're just getting like the final stuff done, but after that I'll probably be starting in like August 22nd. But I got to work downtown Guelph, which will be fun.
Congratulations, because the last I heard it was a no, so now it's a yes again, and thank goodness you're patient and you've waited for the yes. So in your case, let's take you as an example. I don't want to know, I'm not going to ask you how much you're going to earn, but imagine they offered you what they think is a good salary for someone like you who's new to the job. And you say, well, I was thinking, I've got my college degree. I'm thinking more about, 30,000 more, and you've got no experience. I don't think that's fair on the company. On the other hand, you could have experience in customer service. You are very good with people. So that is a bit of an asset. But I think today, as everybody's an individual, they should think about what have I got to offer the company versus what can the company pay me. And can you actually, if you go to university or college and you do a resume and you keep making mistakes in it, you don't do a good job, that's not good, is it? So basically, I'm sure that doesn't count. But again, it's about you knowing, in your case, that you've got a foot in the door. So I'm sure you're not going to say, well, I want to earn the same as the manager who's been here 10 years.
Yeah. So yeah, in my situation, it's a very like entry level job, and in like the banking, I guess I've been told that, and I saw for myself that it's really hard to get in, and it takes forever because I applied like 2 months ago, and now they're getting back to me and all that. So it's hard to get in. So when I was talking to them, I was like, hey, so just so you know, I'm pretty much want to get my foot in the door with this job. I'm not planning on staying in this like position forever. I'm looking at actually moving into like sales or possibly like investment banking, because that's where I want to like actually be. And then having the opportunity to probably go to Toronto and like work in those offices there. And they were, as long as you're communicating with the company that you're getting hired on to, just having a like open communication is really important, because then they know what you're expecting. And they'll be like, okay, well, this guy's doing this job right now, but in a couple months, like he'll probably be doing something else. So we're going to train him in other stuff, and we're going to get him ready. Because when I told them that, they started telling me, oh, well, you can do your Canadian securities course right now. And then by the time you have the other job, or we have a job available, you could just apply and it'll be faster. And I'm like, perfect. So once I start, I'm just going to do that security course, and then probably like try to become a personal banker, and then from there try to get into like higher positions. But I firmly believe in working your way up and having to do like the grunt work in the beginning. Everyone's going to make you do that.
I love it. So we've covered the bit, don't be greedy, don't be asking for, the VP salary. Know that, you probably haven't got the experience. We've covered that. And you've made some really good points. You've been really patient and you know where you want to go in the bank. Did I introduce you to one of our members who's actually in the investment, securities? David?
Dave, I think I've met him briefly, but I don't think I was ever in a breakout room with him because he's doesn't he have a slogan?
No, you're thinking of Todd. I think you're thinking of Todd. Why? Why we do this show? It's not all about how much salary do you earn and stuff like that. It's primarily for the students, as you know, to know that when they come out into the big wide world, you've experienced a lot of it. So have I. So this is the bit about networking that I love. If you talk to David, obviously he's on the member list, or you can get an introduction. He can tell you how he got into his investment, and he works for, I guess, a company, not a bank, and how he's taken the route. It's funny because we were at a bank recently, and they were saying that they can't keep the staff anymore because people keep either retiring or going to different, job positions, I guess. And I guess from a customer perspective, it means they can never build a relationship, with the people they used to years ago. And they said it's really hard to get people. So thank goodness, you've got your job and you can work your way up in it. Does that mean we're going to lose you for the podcast, or do you have time for us? Do you think now you're going to be rich and famous?
Oh no! Well, the thing about banking is you're working banker hours, so you finish at 6 or 9 to 5 usually, and no weekends.
So that is really, really good news. So what do you think we can leave with our listeners about, our topic today? A degree will get you in the door, but don't demand the highest salary. And you've taken some steps to get to your job, never giving up, perseverance. What would you add?
I would probably add that the degree gets you in the door, and then like your personality helps you get the job, and then make sure that you never close the door to opportunity, even though maybe you're not going to get paid as much in this beginner job. It'll lead to other opportunities. So just making sure that you have ambition, and make sure that you kind of communicate with your employer and be like, hey, listen, I know I'm doing this job right now. I don't really want to. Or don't say that. Do not say that. Just be like, this is what my 1 year goal is, and then make sure that you keep looking for different jobs or positions wherever, all the time. That's probably what I would leave the viewers with.
That's really good. And also, I don't know whether you know this, and I've never done it, but I know people who have. Sometimes people take a job for the money because it's well paid, but they don't enjoy the job. So remember, if you're going to be doing this job for many years and it's about the money and you're not happy, you're not really going to have a good life, are you? Because you're not happy going to work 9 to 5, 9 to 6, whatever. So, and also the money will follow once you've got the experience, as you've already said. You know that you can work your way up. Do you know how expensive it is to live in Toronto, though? Your salary is going to be absolutely massive to pay to match this, cost of living.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends living there now, and they pay quite a bit just for rent, just for a room, like $1,000, and I'm like, damn.
That's another topic, isn't it? Really, if you want to live by where your job is, it could be expensive. Then again, what with COVID, even though we're coming out of it, a lot of organisations, LinkedIn said today, I think it's 80% of their employees do not have to go back in the office. They can work from home, but a certain percent want to go back in the office, so you can't really work from home though as a banker, can you?
No, I think I'm going to be in the front too, so I'm going to have to talk to customers and be like, hey, you want to do a credit card? You want a credit card? But I already told my friends, once I get this job, everyone gets mortgages, 0% interest. It's an era special.
Now, I know where the bank is, so I'm going to come in and be an awkward customer and say, that guy kept telling me to have a credit card. I don't want one. And it'll be a test. I'll be like the secret shopper.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed you didn't tell me, because the last I heard was You didn't get the first, second, or third. I don't know how many interviews you've had. So keep me up with the news.
Yeah, so it happened last week on Tuesday, or no, Tuesday or Wednesday last week, where they called me, and I was just waiting that day for them to call me and be like, hey, you got the job or you didn't get the job. So then I found out. I didn't want to tell anyone until I actually like walk in the doors. So now all of our viewers know. So now all of my viewers know that if if I don't get the job, it wasn't me.
Oh, I really hope you get it. And do you have to buy like all like nice clothes, like suit and tie and shirt, or is it casual?
I'm probably gonna do dress pants and dress shirt, and probably that's it. I don't think I'll wear like a whole suit, but.
So, for our listeners, I think it's been quite good tonight because I found out something about Aaron. Fingers crossed he goes the next step. And, we've given our perspectives on, if you really, really want to work with an organisation, don't be greedy where the money's concerned. And a degree gets you in the door, doesn't it? But sadly, it's goodbye from me.
And it's going to be goodbye for me as well. So for any of our listeners or viewers on YouTube or Instagram or however you watch this episode or podcast, make sure to send us a DM if you want to be on our episode, and that's going to be through Instagram, or you could even go onto our website at www.nextgenbusinesspodcast.com and fill out the form there, which you can do, I think, in like 2 seconds, and then you can be on one of our shows or one of our episodes. So having said that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to all of our channels. And it's going to be goodbye from me. So thank you for watching. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Check us out at www.nextgenbusinesspodcast.com.